Craftsman half a horsepower garage door opener. The lights no longer come on when opening/closing or via the motion detector. Both lights out and tried new bulbs, so not the bulbs.
Hi, my name is Emma, Home Improvement Contractor with a broad spectrum of knowledge in many fields, including repairs done in a span of 39 years. I can help you with your difficulties, but I will need some information, and I will ask you questions that I will need specific answers for. I am asking you to help me, help you. I am not there, on site, and it is that much more difficult for me, or anyone for that matter, to diagnose what the problem could be. That way, with your help, finding out what is right with it, is a step to eliminate what is wrong with it. Sometimes it may be one of 100 things, but together with your patience we can work toward a goal to get this issue resolved. I will do my best to provide you with a satisfactory and a reasonable answer. If I may ask, 1. The make, Craftsman, and model and or number of the unit in question, and do you have the manual for it? 2. How old it might be, and if you are the original owner. 3. There are 2 safety sensors on your door. Do they have an amber or green light that is on steady and not flickering? 4. Can you tell me if you have a working wall control and how many remotes? 5. Any flashing lights on the opener and how many times it blinks before pausing? The color of the Learn button. 6. Has there been any kind of disruption that may have changed the dynamics with this opener? Any wiring or perhaps the kids playing there or a recent power outage? 7. Are you using only the equipment that came with this opener? Smile. Do you have a chain, belt, or screw drive? 9. What exactly happens when you do click the transmitter? The door doesn't move, but you hear the motor? It goes partial way? Reverses? 10. Do you feel that you are capable of making simple adjustments and more than mechanical in making some harder ones if necessary? Please cut and paste the numbered questions and put your answers next to them. We can start here, and with the info you provide I will add steps toward our target as we proceed by our correspondence. If by some reason a resolution to the problem just isn't possible, I will do my best to supply you with any remaining options, from what other resources I can find. Please, since we take pride in our good reputations, and you might feel the need to choose a bad service rating, I ask that you stop and consider replying back to me with any of your concerns. Please always allow me time to prepare information for you. In case I have to go offline, I am always checking back to keep things moving and expedited. And thank you for your help and assistance, Eddie.
1. The make, Craftsman, and model and or number of the unit in question, and do you have the manual for it? Model 139.53915 DES2, how old it might be, and if you are the original owner. 3 or 4 years. Yes. 3. There are 2 safety sensors on your door. Do they have an amber or green light that is on steady and not flickering? 1 green and 1 GHT, both are steady. 4. Can you tell me if you have a working wall control and how many remotes? Yes, and 1 remote. 5. Any flashing lights on the opener and how many times it blinks before pausing? The color of the Learn button. No flashing lights. Don't know what Learn button is. 6. Has there been any kind of disruption that may have changed the dynamics with this opener? Any wiring or perhaps the kids playing there or a recent power outage? None to my knowledge. 7. Are you using only the equipment that came with this opener? Yes. 8. Do you have a chain, belt, or screw drive? Belt. 9. What exactly happens when you do click the transmitter? The door doesn't move, but you hear the motor. It goes partial way. Reverses. Door works fine. Lights simply do not come on at all. 10. Do you feel that you are capable of making simple adjustments and more than mechanical in making some harder ones if necessary? Yes.
Okay, Steve. It seems like you have a socket problem instead of a control board problem. What I would like for you to do is unplug the opener. Then if you can get a fine piece of sandpaper or a lady's nail file. On the bottom of the socket to the bulbs there is a tab if you can gently sand that or even use a pencil eraser because it might not be making good contact now or it has corrosion on it. After you do that, use your index finger and pull the tab slightly out so it will make good contact. Be careful or you could snap it off. Hopefully this will resolve it. Thanks, Eddie.
The contact tabs were fairly pristine. Did sand a bit and raise them. No effect. Given 2 bulbs went out at the same time, I would suspect wiring.
Do you think you might have had a power outage? Do you have a surge protector on the unit? Can you see if the control board has any char marks on it?
No power outages in the last week when the bulbs went out. No surge protector on the unit. How do I find the control board? If it is a surge issue, why does the motor still work fine?
Have you complied here? To prevent possible overheating of the end panel or light socket, do not use short neck or specialty light bulbs. Do not use halogen bulbs. Use only incandescent. To prevent damage to the opener, do not use bulbs larger than 100 watts. Only use A19 size bulbs.
We use energy-efficient bulbs which look like small fluorescents inside the bulb.
Yeah, it says to use only regular incandescent, which is the filament type, but there is only LED now, which I think would be okay, and it will stay under the 100 watt. This how we test for the logic board. Unplug the unit and plug it back in. If you hear a click, we are going to replace the light socket. If you do not hear a click, we need to replace the logic board.
There was a click.
So we need to replace the sockets then. Or try the different bulb first.
I assume this will require parts order from Sears.
Yes. http://www.searspartsdirect.com/
Okay. Need to get dinner with family. We'll try that shortly.
What are we having?
Chicken.
Lol, enjoy.
Is this the correct part? http://www.searspartsdirect.com/craftsman garage door opener part /4A1344/0009/139/model 139539153/0247/0718000.html. By the way, I put a working incandescent bulb in one of the sockets and now that bulb won't work in a working lamp. The opener seems to be burning out. The bulb says the 2 bulbs originally in the opener won't work in a working lamp either.
I gave you that part site because you have the info that is needed for the right part. Make sure the model number is. I guess changing the sockets might be the fix for it then. And hopefully it will end there and not the logic board.
I think that the chances of both sockets going bad are slim. I plan to call Sears Parts tomorrow and see what they think.
They are on the same sector of the circuit board and probably have the same lead so that they function by clicking the same. Thanks, Eddie. Thanks, Eddie.
Not done. Replace the sockets. As soon as I plugged the opener into power, the bulb was blown. I guess that means the logic board needs to be replaced.
I guess that is what it has come down to. Not saying they will be evident, but if you could look for those char marks to try and verify. One other thing I was thinking of, if you could check if the opener is secure on its brackets and not bouncing around when it engages.
No issue with opener brackets. Quite secure.
I hope it works out where it doesn't cost you much. If you need anything else home improvement wise, construction, decorating, or any kind of repairs, etc., Please look for me. It has been a pleasure. Customer/P.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.